Hey guys, and welcome to Legacy Creations, where we give you the guides, tutorials and information that will help you grow. By growing, we mean getting your content out there and getting the people reading it, watching it and seeing it. Welcome, as I say again, welcome to Legacy Creations. We are creating tutorials for you guys, and this is one of those tutorials that we are doing. Now, this is part of a package in terms of YouTube. We're going to give you information on how to succeed in YouTube. We're also going to give you the information on the policies and procedures that you have to follow. Now, one such policy that you have to follow, and we are going to go through all of them, but one such policy that we will be looking at today is in terms of privacy. Now, there are many things to follow in terms of privacy on YouTube. That's both as a viewer and as somebody who puts content onto their system. So let's have a quick look and let's see what actually is privacy before we actually go into it and look at it and have a look at what YouTube has to say. Privacy is the ability of an individual or group to seclude themselves or information about themselves and thereby express themselves selectively. The boundaries and content of what is considered private differ among cultures and individuals, but share common themes. When something is private to a person, it usually means that something is inherently special or sensitive to them. Now, in terms of where privacy is concerned, privacy is a very wide spectrum, and between organisations and the law, there is a huge difference between how some perceive it and how some actually act in terms of protecting it. Now, let's bring up YouTube and let's go straight into their privacy and let's have a look at what their initial privacy policy actually is. Okay, so protecting your privacy. If someone has posted your personal information or uploaded a video of you without your consent, start by contacting the uploader and asking them to remove the content. Now, that's an easy process to do. Most channels have contact information on them, and as say YouTube, we do get notified when we get messages. Now, in terms of being a YouTuber, always, if you're going to put anything that's identifiable in terms of people's names and addresses and that sort of stuff, please make sure that you do have the authorization, ideally either email or written, to use their information. That way, if any privacy is initiated against you, you've got legal documentation to challenge any privacy claim that you have. Now, we will put all the links down below in our description in terms of what you need to do, who you need to contact and that sort of stuff. Now, for content to be considered for removal, an individual must be uniquely identifiable. When assessing if an individual is uniquely identifiable, we consider the following factors. Your image or voice. Now, when they mean image, they mean a photo of you or a photo of a person. That is identifiable because an image can be searched. You don't even need a name for an image to search it and find it. Many sites use tracking. Facebook uses tracking, Twitter uses tracking, even YouTube uses tracking. It's called Google Analytics. Okay, so no, don't post somebody's image up unless you have permission. Voice is also identifiable. Somebody could watch a video, you've got somebody's voice on there, somebody might come across it and actually recognize it. So you can't have that on there. Full names, definitely a no-no. For the simple reason, we all like Google, we all use Google, and I can guarantee we've all searched our names. So yeah, no full names. Financial information, contact information, well, that in itself is prosecutable in law anyway, because you're giving up information about somebody without their authorization. Even contact information of a business, if they have their information on their business page, but they don't have that contact information anywhere else, it doesn't give you the automatic right to post their contact information. You still need authorization to do so. So be careful. Now, in terms of other personally identifiable information, and that is this section here, we're going to have a look into this one a little bit more. For the simple reason, there is certain specifics when using the internet that people think is identifiable information, or what is defined as private information. Well, actually, no, it's not. And we're going to have a look at that. So let's bring up the privacy guidelines for YouTube. Now, when a claim is submitted, you have to check this first anyway to make sure that you are complying with YouTube's terms and conditions. If you submit a privacy complaint through this process and information on there that you've posted through to YouTube in terms of private information is incorrect, then you are prosecutable by law, because for the simple fact you've broken the law by bringing a false privacy claim against an individual or a company. Now, in terms of identifiables, we know the basics, and they are listed right here in their full details, which is right across here. We will bring that fully up on the screen. Now, and this is in YouTube's own policies, examples that would not violate our privacy guidelines include gamer tags, avatar names, and address information in which the individual is not named. Now, if you're giving identifiable information in terms of a story and everybody knows that story, but you're giving facts in terms of that story, then technically that is not defined as privacy. Because if more than a select handful of people are aware of this situation, then it is defined as public information. Now, you'd need to look at your own country's laws in terms of privacy, of what is and isn't defined. Be aware that also when you are using YouTube, that actually you are conforming to laws within the United States, specifically California state law. Now, one thing that I can advise in terms of where privacy guidelines are concerned is, if you're not using their system, then privacy has to be tackled by an individual country's laws. For example, we have European servers, we have US servers. If we put information onto a European server, which would be defined under European law as not breaking privacy, but under US law it would, you cannot come to us or any individual using your own laws. You would have to use the laws of that country or of that area where that is being displayed. Now, a lot of companies will work with you in terms of where privacy is concerned, and they will understand what needs to be done where privacy is concerned, taking videos down or dealing with it on a whole. Now, in terms of usernames are not identifiable for the simple reason a username is an alias. You use a username for the reason of an alias. Now, if you decide to use a identifiable username to your name for whatever reason, then you are in yourself not covered by privacy. For the simple fact, you've taken the choice of coming away from being an individual to being a hidden individual to being a public individual, because it's a fine line in terms of where privacy is concerned and what can be defined as information. Now, a prime example is a Discord server. If you openly discuss things about your life with a Discord server and you've got, say, 300, 400, 500 members on there, and you've got 30, 40 members active, and every single one of them members can see what you've written, including the others that aren't online, then that information is not defined as private. For the simple reason you have released your information to a public. You've released your information to individuals that you do not know. So, as I say, there is a fine line in terms of privacy. Now, if you do get a privacy notification on a video, it's one thing that I will advise, and I will advise on everything that we talk about, is check your video, make sure that you haven't. If you haven't broken privacy, appeal it. Appeal it straight away, because you are given 48 hours. It's not the same with copyright, because copyright goes through a certain process. In terms of privacy, privacy does have to be dealt with in a quick response. Now, if you do get a privacy notice, as I say, appeal it straight away, for the simple reason a lot of these are put through because they're done quicker than they are in terms of copyright, and copyright is very easy to deal with in terms of takedowns and everything else. So if you do get any of this, like I say, appeal it, get in touch with YouTube, find out what's going off. You are required, well, YouTube are required under law to actually pass on details in terms of the privacy. That includes the individual's contact details. And that is actually covered by law in itself anyway. Because if you've got to deal with something that you believe is legally incorrect, then you are legally entitled to the information to seek damages from there onwards in terms of the privacy complaint that's raised against you. We will talk about things like that as well, in terms of like copyright and stuff like that, what you can do. We will add some more videos into everything, and yeah, there will be times when we do go into the process of privacy a little bit deeper and give you more information in terms of it. So, right guys, that's our little snippet in terms of privacy. All links and details will be placed below down in our description. We would advise that you guys do look at it, you know, make sure you are aware of what you can and can't do, because end of the day, you know, we don't want to see you guys losing content because of a copyright takedown or a privacy takedown or for whatever reason. You know, content's there to be viewed, so let's make sure that the content you are putting up is compatible with those policies. So anyway guys, that's it from me at Legacy Creations. We are going to be releasing our next video, which will be about cyberbullying. So guys, yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next video.